Hey, here we are.
Yay! Yeah, we are.
We
You
don't know
know,
why we're here, do we?
is the delay between you and I talking and then it showing up on the YouTube stream,
Longer.
is it preset or did you set it to like 45 seconds?
It must be preset. Maybe there's
Yeah.
a way to do that. I don't know.
Yeah, because I think Restream it was only about 10 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at Ember's page and I realized there's a lot of tricks he knows that we don't know. So, where are we, Ember? Where are we, Ember? So, gonna be on Ember's channel on July 31st, talking about a couple of videos, kind of a short conversation.
And what day of the week is that?
That would be a Monday.
Monday, July 21st, 31st.
Yeah, at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Monday, July 31st. Put that on your calendars, folks.
Yep. And put a link in the chat. And wow, he just does stuff. It's really interesting how he does stuff.
Stuff be done
He,
over
he,
there.
he kind of knows what he's doing with the channel. And
Yeah, imagine that.
he's been doing it about, 1/8 as long as we've been doing it. And he knows stuff. I don't know how he knew that stuff.
maybe he was doing or like co-producing a YouTube channel before that about some other topic.
Yeah, if anybody doesn't know where Scott's name came from, this is a book, and this is a book by Douglas Hofstadter. And Douglas Hofstadter wrote Gödel, Escher, and Bach. Gödel, Escher, and Bach, however the fuck you want to say. Gödel. You could get stuck in that and never come back if you roll that that R just a little bit longer. You'll end up like Snack.
I would love to make that sound.
Oh yeah, it's. I wish I could emulate Snack. It's just so wonderful to hear him try to catch a mouse while he's going, and the mouse is like, "I hear you. I hear you coming, idiot." Anyway, so anyway, there's a thing called ChatGPT, which we should probably take a look at here. Ooh, I gotta do Chrome All. Do I have to do Chrome All? Maybe I can.
I hear it's taking over the world.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be our master.
There's so many people that are pissed off about this and trying to. They're trying to. Or you can see all the things I've asked it, like where do I find porn on the internet? On the left, you can see all my queries. Unfortunately, let's see. I gotta get her on there. Get her on intelligent model AI. Okay, AI large language models. There we go. Okay, now we're set up. Hopefully you can see that. But I asked ChatGPT about large language models, and it took like a minute longer than it normally does. So when you ask it questions about itself, it takes a surprisingly long time to answer. And what was your idea, Scott?
That is consulting with like the legal department, the marketing department, and other pseudo bureaucratic entities in order to give the approved answer.
Yep. Oh, Kafai. So Kafai, I saw you on Gur's channel, and I had a few corrections to make in some of the stuff you said. And I've been encouraging Gur to have me on so I can tell him what I think, how I think psychedelics work.
But will he do it? No.
No, Gur's kind of a fucking loser. We know that. Of course, I might be biased because I get his mom's opinion all the time on him. So anyway, so it says a large language model. That's the model that ChatGPT uses. Is a type of machine learning model has been trained on vast amounts of text data. And what is intelligence and how does it work? We think intelligence is what? We think we know what intelligence is because we have it, right? And we've named it. We've named intelligence after the thing that we think we have. So what we think about our minds and intelligence and intentionality and all of that is based on what we do. And we are just one fucking species. Okay? ChatGPT is another species of intelligence. And it surprised the living shit out of the people that wrote it because training it on massive amounts of language data, just language, somehow allowed this thing to answer questions that it was not programmed to answer. So its intelligence was an emergent property of the amount of text that they trained it on. And that was surprising. And for Cat 3, there were a lot of AI experts that said, no, this thing is fallible. We found out it's fallible. And then they put them in front of a beta copy of GPT-4, which I'm using here. And they said, no, you got it. Something's happening here, and we don't understand what it is. What is that? Stephanie Helms. Something happened. Yeah, there's something happening here, and you don't know what it is, Mr. Jones. She quoted that the other day on Gur's channel. Anyway, so yeah, they don't quite know how this thing got so that it could answer questions. So I've been asking it questions in mathematics, and I've been asking it questions that I have searched textbooks for the answer for years and not gotten an answer that was so concise and wonderfully portrayed as ChatGPT has given me. If I wanted a math professor, this would be the professor that I chose to learn from. Fuck those other mathematicians. They're talking like weenies. I mean, you ask them a question and they start talking about things that you have no way of knowing. And they explain a complicated thing with even more complicated things. And they don't seem to know the difference. But ChatGPT somehow knows exactly what to tell you to explain it in real clear terms so that you know what the fuck is going on. It's absolutely amazing. So anyway, there's something called a transformer model. And what it does is it somehow gauges the importance of different words. Now, there's been a whole lot of pushback about this, that it's racist, it's biased, it's whatever. Well, the thing it's going to be is it's going to be the result of what environment it grew up in, and that would be the entire internet. So if ChatGPT comes out racist, and it did, and they had to correct it, then it's because the fucking entire internet is racist, and we can be pretty fucking sure that racism is thick on the internet because they had to actually put in some constraints to make sure ChatGPT didn't go all Hitler on us. Right?
Yeah, like they've done before. Like, didn't they do some sort of chat bot one time that ended up spouting neo-Nazi rhetoric just through its interacting with the internet?
Yep. Okay. Oh, shit, I wasn't on 4. Now I'm on 4. Okay. Why is power of 0 equal 1?
That's an S and not an A.
Yeah, no, but I think it corrects your spelling too.
You should be able to spell a word the way you want. I understand, but a lot of people don't feel that way. They're not cool like me.
Okay, the principle that any number to the power of 0 equals 1 is well established mathematical convention. Yeah, it's convention, I guess. Let's consider the division law of exponents, which states that if we divide two powers with the same base, we subtract their exponents, for example. And it goes on. So should I wonder if I can post that in chat. But you can go read that. But you see, it goes ahead and explains shit like that. And it does it rather well. Both these explanations demonstrate that we define n to the power of 0 to be 1 to maintain mathematical consistency. And so it's almost a convention. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't know anything about math. Right. Well, what do you mean by know anything? It doesn't know anything about math or really anything else. It's trained to predict the next word after the word based on what we asked. I think you're wrong about that. But you're not wrong about it not knowing anything about math. What you're wrong about is that we do know anything about math. Okay, I think we work the same way as these things do. And the feeling that we know something or understand something is more or less just a feeling, like I don't know, like a lot of you know what a feeling in your dick is like, right? Well, anyway, the feeling of knowing is kind of like a feeling in your dick. You get a feeling, right? Oh, I have a feeling. I have a feeling that I understand something. Now, the question is whether or not it can take that knowledge and apply it to some other concept in context. And I've asked it further questions, and it goes ahead and does just that. It takes what it knows, and it takes the context of what I asked it before, and it elaborates on the thing. And if that ain't knowing, I don't know what is. So anyway, Cerberus, wrong again. What do you think, Scott?
Oh, I like this asking questions of Chat GPT. There's another one somebody put in there. Why is 0.9999999 equal to 1?
Oh shit, I'm not going to do that one. That reminds me of Steve McRae. I just can't do it.
How would that remind? Well, I don't want to know.
Oh, they've had hours and hours of arguments over this on Steve McRae's channels. If you want to find out about that, go to Steve McRae's channel and look at all the fucking, and he explains it rather well, actually. He is pretty good at explaining math. I will give him that. Here we go. Texas.
Yeah, Tex sucks ass.
Yeah, let's razor wire the Rio Grande to solve the immigration problem.
Yeah, and then all they have to do is show like one picture of these grown-ups trying to hold up a baby in the middle of the river trying to avoid razor wire.
Oh, here's a subject. Rebecca's doing a stream on her Examining Origins channel soon. Experiment results for E. coli evolution. Now, the Lenski experiment is a thorn in their sides. And they have spent so much time explaining, oh, that's not really evolution because the E. coli hasn't grown a thumb, an opposable thumb, or whatever they think. And actually, the Lenski experiment has shown us a ton about evolution. But they're all facts that these idiots wouldn't understand. Anyway, it's agnostic.
Yeah. You sent me a link to one of Donnie Deals's online kerfuffles about evolution, and is it one of our favorite Australian atheists? I can't remember his name for some reason. It's not coming to my brain, but he seemed to be the only defender of evolutionary theory, and it was all a bunch of Christians yelling at him.
Where was that? When was that?
That was Donnie Deals. That was that link you sent me yesterday. It was in the middle of a premiere or a live stream or whatever.
Okay.
And that's the one where you'd been asking me, can I see your
okay
chats or whatever. But anyway, he was quoting some paper about H1N1 and saying, well, see, this shows or this concludes that the genes are always going down and not going up, whatever the word is for what he
Genetic
claims.
entropy, yeah.
Yeah. And I thought, I bet he hasn't read that paper correctly. But see, that's the thing is, if he says this paper says this, and he just kind of shows number one, shows a screenshot of it, well, you don't know if he's showing the right paper or not. Number two, unless you've specifically read that paper, you have no way of saying, you're reading it wrong.
Yeah.
But when you go back eventually and read it, he's reading it wrong or interpreting it wrong because he's not a scientist.
Right.
And that just bugs the hell out of me because, okay, what's going on here? In the side chat, why was Cerberus hidden?
So Donnie Deals blocked me. He blocked Answers in Atheism, so I can't even comment on these things anymore. I did comments and they're gone.
Yeah, that's another sad thing, the way they create echo chambers of themselves. Yep. I don't see, is that Atheist Junior there? Okay, so they had Atheist Junior, who is not a scientist, but he does a great job.
Mark Reed is who you're talking about.
Yeah, Mark Reed. Yeah. I'm sorry, Mark, if you're out there listening. Yeah. I had a brain fart.
And Redefined Living Sam, I forget what he said. I forget what I commented on. I wonder if I captured that.
Did he go, biblically?
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Individual and the mutations. Ignorant by.
Who's that dude on the bottom?
Oh, somebody commented on him. But my comment isn't there. Hi, Scott is there. Nope, I didn't read all my comment. I can't remember what Redefined Living said. I wonder if I can find it. Let me see. Let's go to the transcript. Oh, it was pretty fucking sad, whatever he said. But it may have been way in there. I'm not sure where he was talking about. Oh, what the hell was he talking about? Shit. Yeah, maybe it'll come to me. So, yeah, Donnie Deals doesn't understand the accumulation of neutral mutations, and he doesn't understand how neutral mutations work. Now, if neutral mutations accumulate and they lead to a deleterious mutation or deleterious situation, they are no longer neutral mutations. And that disappears from the genome. Basically, that isn't going to happen. So neutral mutations will reach some sort of an equilibrium. And if it's above the point where they're going to screw the gene up, they're going to be deselected. Beneficial mutations, on the other hand, are going to have the opposite effect. They're going to have some effect on the organism's ability to reproduce. And in a large population or a medium-sized population, they would eventually start to fix. Or a bottleneck situation where you have one or the other. But I mean, it's just a matter of like being really, really detailed about your understanding of about how mutations work. And of course, they don't believe in junk DNA, they call it. Okay, there's a whole bunch of our genome that can be changed, and it's called non-conserved DNA, not junk DNA. And that stuff that can be changed is 99% likely to be hit, or 99.9% likely that the mutations are going to accumulate there and nowhere else. And it's a misunderstanding of how evolution works, and they can't be corrected.
Yeah, that's obvious. As I have never really seen
I know.
corrected.
I know what he did. So the idiot Sam Redefined Living, he is just such a, oh my God, that guy is just so ignorant. It's just amazing. he went and did a. He showed the list of mutations in a mutation database that they have discovered across the human population. And he said, look at how many thousands of them there are. There's like, I don't know, they find like 20,000 a year or something like that. And and that's ridiculous, okay? There we've got people basically analyzing our DNA and the DNA of all the mutations across what 7 billion people. Is that how many we are now, or is it 8?
It's probably more.
I remember. I don't know. Anyway, basically all the mutations that pop up, we're getting better and better at cataloging them. We're finding all kinds of variations, and of course, a lot of those mutations are not going to have anything to do with reproductive success because of the way humans are, because we take care of each other. And we have that whole empathy thing, which kind of changes the way selection works in groups. And it's so what? There are a lot of mutations in every species. That's how evolution works, assholes.
Oh, just to FYI, as of 2021, I believe the estimate was 7.88 billion.
7.88 billion. Oh, we're almost at 8. Cool.
Yeah, we need to start planting more potatoes, I think.
Yeah, yeah. And we need a bigger atmosphere for all that carbon.
Yeah,
AIG has done a number of videos and blogs on how the greenies don't want you to have children and we should be fruitful and multiply. And if you listen to them, they all have like 3 to 7 kids, all, every fucking one of them.
yeah.
And I don't know. I think you should be arrested for having more than two. I don't know. Just me.
So where would you put the people you arrest? What would you do with their children? And who's
Florida.
with the bill? Florida, just
Florida.
take everybody to Florida, which will be underwater in a couple
Send
of
them to
years.
Florida. Right.
Okay,
Well, I think Florida's going to be underwater by September. Uh, they just measured 101 degrees surface temperature in the ocean off the Keys in Florida yesterday.
that's awful.
Yeah, and
That's killing. I mean, is there anything swimming in the ocean
yeah,
or in the Gulf anymore? Was that the Atlantic side or the Gulf side?
I think that was on the Atlantic side. They measured 101. On the Gulf side, it was
Wow,
99.4. So what that's going to do, I think, I don't know anything about weather, but I thought hurricanes fed off the surface temperature of the Atlantic Ocean.
it does. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
they're
does.
fucked. They're fucked. In fact, you living in Dallas, you might even be fucked. I don't know. I don't know if they get up that far, but I know the hurricane, when I was a teenager, I was in Texas during a hurricane and it reached Austin. And we had tornadoes erupting everywhere and torrential rain. And I forget which hurricane that was. I thought it was Camille, but Camille happened in a different year. So I think it was another one. But holy shit, that was impressive. And that thing tore right up the Gulf and got halfway through Texas, before it petered out.
Wow.
It was amazing. Have you ever felt the
Yeah.
effects of a hurricane in the Gulf? In
Well,
Fort
just
Worth?
thunderstorms and tornadoes and stuff. But because of the thunderstorm system, that floats up to Dallas and Fort Worth from like Houston
Yeah.
and the Gulf. Um, but no, not a direct storm.
Yeah, well, Fort Worth is quite a bit north of Austin.
Yeah.
And Austin, I don't know, how far is that from the coast? About 200 miles? 150? 200?
I don't know. It gets all fuzzy after Austin for
Yeah,
me.
okay.
I've never been that far south in Texas that I recall.
Yep. Anyway, so one of the things that I kind of wanted to point out is that, we think uh, ChatGPT doesn't have a whole lot of things that humans have. Like one thing ChatGPT doesn't have is it can't get up and walk around the room and touch things. It can't touch itself. It has
Uh,
no idea where its joints are. Did your mind go to the gutter on that, Scott? I'm just Just curious.
I think it did.
Okay.
I immediately was in my 8th grade English classroom
Okay.
where everybody was
Right.
cutting up and the teacher was
I
yelling.
was touching my forehead when I said that, so just, just so you know where my mind went. Anyway, so it doesn't have that. Now, the other thing it doesn't have is episodic memory. It can't remember that it was talking with me yesterday about group theory or something like that, right? So it has no episodes. And if we give it those things, it's going to start to become very, very human like. And it's just a matter of giving it a few tools like we have. And I don't think people realize how shallow intelligence is. And intelligence isn't all that fucking intelligent in humans. I mean, we're capable of some mean feats, right?
Hmm.
But so are raccoons, and, some worms are pretty fucking good at navigating the waters. And it's a lot shallower, I think, than we understand. So we don't understand our own intelligence. And we have the ability to reflect on what we're reflecting on.
You mean we think we're more intelligent than we are? We think intelligence
A
is
bigger.
more amazing than it really is.
Yeah, yeah, we think it's some real, huge, mystical thing. And
I'm not sure I understand.
see what I mean? How dumb Siri is? No.
Yeah, Siri. She's one of those nosy people that comes in on the middle of a conversation, makes a comment or asks a question, and then just disrupts everything. It's annoying. Of
Siri,
course, that describes my entire
what
high
what
school
the
and
fuck?
college years.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Why?
I found this on the web.
What? Hang on a second. I gotta yell upstairs.
So, what do you in the side chat think about what we've been talking about? Do you find intelligence to not be so cool as we think it is?
My son was gonna come down and give me an AI tutorial, but he didn't realize I was streaming.
Well, he ought to come down and give everybody a tutorial.
Yeah, we should put him online. He might like that. I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to know about large models, and he knows quite a bit about the mathematics involved and the programming involved in that, and I wanted to know more. So, anyway, so the point is, it's like a lot of things about the mind we don't understand how shallow they are, and that creates a whole lot of misunderstanding because we are using our mind to feel and perceive our own mind, right? So if our mind was really stupid, it would be perceiving as a real stupid mind because that's what it works in. It can't get outside of its own. Now, I call this currency. The current currency of a country is the what would you call it? The paper or the symbols that they exchange wealth with, right? Like there's a certain currency we use, the U.S. dollar, the pound in the U.K. Okay, your mind has a currency that it basically operates in. So it has a particular way that it operates. So when you are using your own mind to decide about your own intelligence, what are you going to come up with, right? How are you going to get outside of the tools of your own mind to analyze your own mind? Only with neuroscience can you do that. And when we analyze the brain with neuroscience, what do we find? We find networks of neurons that are work in a kind of a semi-similar manner to these AIs that we're developing. And they just come up with something. Like if you're asked a question, do I believe in God? Or, yep, I do. And nothing else happens. You just automatically respond just like a chat GPT because somewhere in there's a little circuit or a little neural network that'll say, yep, I believe in God. And I'm not going to question it any further than that. But then But then we can take that idea and we can interact with somebody and they can bring us to a new place and ask us, well, what is your evidence for God? And then we'll say, oh, the Bible. And then we're done, right? And then they say, well, what do you mean the Bible? Can you explain how that works? And you just keep interacting that way with the world around you. The intelligence is not coming from the person that says they believe in God or the Bible. The intelligence is coming from the outside world that is questioning their beliefs. Okay? But we can do that ourselves. Actually, we can set up a little skeptic in our brain, or imagine a skeptic, and we can start questioning ourselves about our beliefs. And that's a skill that you develop, right? But it's limited to what you can do with your mind. You can't ever get out of that. Intelligence isn't some uber spirit thing that's operating out there and telling you basically some super, like when we talk about intelligence, what the fuck are we really talking about? What do we mean? We mean what we do is what we mean. And mostly what we mean is how we build houses, how we know how to put bricks together. Well, go look at a fucking anthill and watch them. They're doing the same thing. Comments, Scott?
Um,
Speechless?
yeah, I'm speechless in light of that. I really don't have any background knowledge, so to speak, to reply. I was wondering if Carol's statement was a haiku or not, and
Oh, where is it?
I think it's the one without the duplicate 2. My Echo Smart speakers are indispensable to me.
Did you count the syllables?
No, because I was trying to remember what the criteria for a haiku
Yeah,
is.
I don't.
But
Well,
people who can make haiku on the run, to me, are cool. I would like to see some iambic pentameter done on the fly as well. But I'd have to go back and review what iambic pentameter consists of. Basically, when you read or do a Shakespearean play, a lot of those, maybe all of them, I don't know, are done with iambic pentameter, written a certain way to fit the criteria of. Stephanie's comment is a haiku.
oh, where's Stephanie? Stephanie can write. Stephanie can just do haiku on the fly. Did that one? Which one?
I don't know. Oh, Stephanie, no.
Okay.
Can you point it out to me? I don't know that I got that one. I've got 2 or 3 for she's telling me her day's going rather well.
Okay, where's the haiku?
But I don't know.
Cerberus hacks. Okay. Alt waffle mod. What is Cerberus working on? Tamming quaffle
Yeah.
mod.
Which, by the way, when I searched for Tammy and Quaff Waffle on Google, it came back with a tanning quad waffle. Did you mean tanning quad waffle? Apparently, It's a waffle iron that gives a good tan to your waffles.
Yeah. Scott Deuce, ask me a question about anything like you would ChatGPT. Okay. Top Dog wants you to pretend that Top Dog's chat. Anyway, before we leave the haiku subject, the structure, a haiku consists of 3 lines. First line has 5 syllables, second has 7, and the third has 5. So 5, 7, 5. There you go.
Well, Carol, is it the rather stressed, alive today that she said to me, or what's the other one that she did that you're saying it's a haiku?
I didn't say that. You said it, didn't you? Or did I? No.
No,
I think it's you.
I'm talking.
It's your feed.
I'm talking to Carol Speed. I'm not talking to you.
What? Okay. Anyway.
But anyway.
So you got anything for ChatGPT or for Top Dog? Because he's ChatGPT.
Let's see. Why do we have the imaginary number square root of -1?
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. And let's just get that loaded up in ChatGPT. Oh my God, it keeps going back to 4 or 3.
Is it the case of the imaginary number, or are there a bunch of imaginary numbers?
What was your question again?
Well, actually, isn't square root of -1 a negative? Not. I mean, I used to know what all these
It's
words.
two things.
It's. I feel like.
It's an imaginary number.
It's an imaginary number. Yeah.
So what was your question?
Is there? Why is the square root of -1 considered an imaginary number? And then isn't there? I don't know. I should probably just quit asking math questions
Okay.
because that's trivial.
Yeah, it's kind of like that's how we define imaginary numbers. It's defined as an imaginary number represented by the symbol because it has two answers, basically. This is the
Okay.
problem. It could be -1 or 1. Let's see. Consider what happens when we square a real number. If you square a positive real number, you get a positive result. For example, 2 to the power of 2 is 4. If you square a negative real number, you also get a positive result. -2 times, or to the 2 is 4. So that's why. So, yeah. And it gets a little spooky after that. Turns out to be a nice way to look at a number line, like you got a number line along the x-axis. But what if we lift off the number line and go up into the y's? What kind of number is that? Like all the numbers are represented on that one-dimensional line, right? 0 to infinity. But what happens if we raise up to another dimension, in the y direction? And that's where imaginary numbers come in. And it makes sense because math.
It maths well.
It maths well, yeah. Anyway. And he needs to see it in writing. So I don't know how we can write to you there, Top Dog.
Probably in side chat.
Let's see. So explain adjuncts in category theory. I did ask it that just recently, I think.
An adjunct is a professor who has all the credentials but can't get a job.
Is that what it is? Yeah, that's a word in academia, isn't it? The question of whether God exists is one of the most fundamental and complex questions in human history. No, it fucking ain't. God don't exist. Just.
Why is Kafai getting deleted all over the place?
What do you mean it's getting deleted?
His side chats are getting deleted for some reason.
Are you deleting them, Kafai? Are you deleting yourself?
No. It looks like KCA Randy is. I don't know if they have some beef or if Kafai said something inappropriate.
Okay, Randy, don't delete Kafai. He's our resident universal God thingy person. Anyway, I don't see him. Where's the Kafai delete? Where I can't even see where Kafai is deleted.
It was up further, but.
Oh, are you kidding? So Bing.
2:18 p.m. Message deleted by KCA Randy. Something about rationality. I mean that ChatGPT is unbiased in that regard. It says there are arguments, and then there's another argument, but that's like at 2:19. So, I don't know why that's happening either.
Yeah. So Bing, I tried Bing. It's just a piece of shit compared to ChatGPT. I don't know. And they use ChatGPT 4.0. I thought Bing failed, so I just quit using it. I tried it out the other day. So anyway, yep. Stephanie, Kafai is trippy. Oh, by the way, just for public information, we don't know of a lethal dose of psilocybin or LSD. I don't think we've found one, so we can't find any lethality for those drugs. Whereas if you take too many milligrams of Valium, it'll kill you. Right? But for LSD and psilocybin, if you take too many milligrams, you will just end up Kafai. That's all. So if you don't want to end up Kafai, don't overdose. You don't end up.
Okay, according to Jay, the Bing chat, not the Bing search engine, answers an atheism.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I used. I signed up for Bing Chat the other day, or they sent me an invite.
Do they charge you for it?
No, no. Whereas I am paying for ChatGPT because I'm using 4.0, except that it keeps reverting to 3.0. Why does it keep doing that? I'm paying you, motherfuckers. Okay, now it's on 4. So, okay. Let's ask it why God exists again. Oh. Does God exist? Like my pencil exists. Oops. All right. God damn it. Okay. The question you're asking is deep and philosophical. And people have different views depending on their personal beliefs, religion, and philosophical stance. Well, that means it's all bullshit, then, doesn't it? In comparing the existence of God to the existence of a pencil, it's important to clarify the type of existence you're referring to. Pencil is a physical object, but God is not, so therefore God doesn't exist. In pantheism, God is believed to be identical with the universe, while in deism, God's existence is acknowledged, but God is considered to have withdrawn after creating the universe. He quit. Right? He quit.
Or he implanted everything in the initial state of the universe that he wanted, or should I say, he, she, it wanted, and it to turn out the way he desired anyway.
Okay, here's one for Kafai. What is the difference between pantheism and panentheism? They're both philosophical and theoretical perspectives.
Ask him what a heroic dose of mushrooms is.
Okay. Pantheism, the view asserts that God and the universe are identical. That is, God is not distinct from the world. Panentheism, the term comes from the Greek pan, all, and in, and theos. It translates all in God. Unlike pantheism, panentheism doesn't say that God and the universe are identical. Instead, it posits that while the universe exists within God, God also transcends and goes beyond the universe, which was not the position that Einstein held. I'm sorry, Kafai. I don't know. Incapable of doing what? So in summary, pantheism holds that God and the universe are one and the same. Panentheism maintains that the universe is a part of God and that there's something greater. Now, if you look at what we think about physics today, I think most physicists would say that our universe, or the universe as we know it, is something that is a part of something else, and we don't know what that something else is. Anyway. It's a position which Spinoza held. Okay. Did Einstein adhere to? Did Einstein adhere to panentheism or pantheism? Albert Einstein's religious views have been subject of interest and debate. His statements about God and religion have sometimes been interpreted as pantheistic or Spinozist. Let's see here. Non-anthropomorphic way God. Okay, Einstein referred to. Oh, come on. It's still going. Still going. Still going. Okay. Okay, so Einstein is often quoted as saying, science without religion is lame, religion without science is blind. However, he also wrote that the word God for me is for me nothing more than the expression and the product of human weaknesses. The Bible is a collection of honorable but still primitive legends, which are nevertheless pretty childish. In a letter to philosopher Eric Gutkind, Einstein said, "The word God is for me nothing more." Oh, wait a minute. That's the same fucking thing it just said. I thought it just repeated that. No interpretation, no matter how subtle, can for me change this. Anyway, Einstein himself denied being a pantheist. When asked whether he believed in a personal God, he said, "I do not believe in a personal God, and I've never denied this, but I've expressed it clearly. If something in me which can be called religious, if there is, then it is on the unbounded admiration for the structure of the world so far as our science can reveal it." So I don't think that sounds panentheist there, Kafai. The term that might best describe Einstein's views is perhaps agnostic or religious non-believer. No, I don't think it's that much. I think he pretty much said it didn't make any sense to him. He was deeply spiritual in a non-traditionalist, non-doctrinal sense, reverent before the mystery and the grandeur of the universe as revealed by science, but skeptical of any human capacity to fully comprehend it. Also worth noting that while Einstein used the language of deism, the belief in a creator who does not intervene in the universe after its creation, his conception of the creator was abstract and impersonal and far removed from traditional theistic conceptions of God. Yes, it's quoting a whole bunch of stuff that it found about this subject on the internet, and it came up with its best guess at that result. So, Kafai, you two are basically interpreting this in a certain way.
So I put a question in the side chat for Chat GPT.
Oh, you did? Where?
Yes, it's second to the last, third to the last.
Do the rational parts of our brain act more like a computer?
No, that was not my question.
What?
No, my question
Oh, your
for Chat
question.
GPT. Look in the side chat. What is the ultimate rock song?
Oh,
That's what people want to know.
something went wrong here. Something went horribly wrong.
You broke Chat GPT?
I think so. Fucked it up.
Well, something to be proud of, side chat. We broke Chat GPT.
What was your question?
What is the ultimate rock and roll song?
Oh, it ain't
Nope.
going to give an opinion. It's going to tell us it's fucking whatever. Highly subjective, depends on individual taste. Few possibilities. Stairway to Heaven. There you go.
All right, Kafai.
Bohemian Rhapsody. I don't know if I.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I can't get no satisfaction. I'll vote for that one.
Okay.
Like a Rolling Stone. Smells Like Teen Spirit. That's my favorite. Nirvana. Hotel California. Fuck that song. I don't like that song. I never liked the Eagles. Yes. Okay.
Well, there you go.
Smells Like Teen Spirit. There you go. This is the one. The ultimate rock song. I think Nirvana was the ultimate rock song. I don't know. I relate strongly to Nirvana. Okay, God's existence. Let's see if it ever came up with an answer here. No, it never did. I don't know what happened. Okay. God damn it. So what are we doing, Scott?
Well, we're concerned with Stephanie now. Stephanie is not getting a peaceful, easy feeling from Mike. So,
Why, Stephanie? What's wrong with Mike?
or does she mean the song that you should have named that song? Maybe that's her way of saying, why don't you like the Eagles?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't like Hotel California at all. I don't like the style of the music. There's something about it that,
It was omnipresent for quite a while.
I know. And that was a problem.
But Peaceful Easy Feeling is a really good one.
Yeah, that one.
because it gives the listener a peaceful, easy feeling, and that's awesome. Apparently, you don't think so.
Oh, anyway. Yeah, I guess that song was okay, but it was like, fuck, I switched the channel and went to, something else. Okay, let's see. Spinoza's philosophical views are often associated with pantheism. In his work, Spinoza posits that God and the universe are one and the same. He famously argued for a kind of monism, asserting that only one substance exists and that substance is both God and nature. The view is known as Deus. I'm not going to try Natura, something Sive Natura, and it has been interpreted as a form of pantheism. Pantheism, by definition, is the belief. Panentheism, on the other hand, maintains that universe, God is greater. In general, where are we here? I don't know. They disagree with the Kafai. Sorry, Kafai. ChatGPT is going to be our. Okay, wait a minute. You know what, Scott?
What?
Word of God.
Word of God.
ChatGPT 4.0 is the word of God. Word of God. I'm going to ask it.
What happens when MAGA takes over again and starts making sure only feeding ChatGPT MAGA?
Yeah, we're going to end up with MAGA. Okay, an artificial intelligence language model is, or any version, is a product of human creation specifically developed by OpenAI. It doesn't generate its responses based on divine inspiration and divine revelation. Oh, come on. I left, I give it an opening, right? I mean, I handed it to ChatGPT. All it had to say is, yes, Mike, it is the word of God. That's all it had to say. And it gave me this honest answer.
Well, a computer with integrity.
Yeah. Anyway, word of God. Scholars argue over whether he was a pantheist or, they do. And I think, if I remember, Spinoza was in a bit of a political pickle at the time, and he was like a little bit afraid of getting burnt at the stake, or at least he was afraid of being heavily censored and put upon by bad people with handcuffs. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, consider. Anyway, so what else?
Apparently, Jay Patrick shares your antipathy towards Hotel California.
Oh, good. Yeah, Steve Miller Band. There was one song that kind of got my blood going. What the fuck was it? It was kind of the one he was most famous for, I think. Right?
Hey, ask ChatGPT which comes first, prognosis or diagnosis?
Yeah, who said that?
Who said what?
You were telling me about that the other day.
Well, that is a rebuke and reprove interesting topic because he and Jay Patrick have been going at it for a long time now about the order that things are done.
Yeah, obviously you're not going to end up with a prognosis unless you know what the fuck is wrong. I mean, what the hell is he talking about?
Yeah.
Hotel California can eat a big bag of dicks. I agree. Anyway.
No, Jay. Listening to that argument, it feels like a lot more than 2 weeks. But anyway, because it should be so obvious.
Oh shit! Did he really die of? You can actually die of a burst. I don't know if it's a burst bladder or there's something else that happens to you too if you don't. You
Well, you
don't.
get stones in your bladder too, and that can block things up and cause them
I
bursting.
think it does something really horrible to you. I don't know. Anyway, all the great thinkers were burned at the stake or condemned. Yeah, and
Apparently,
Spinoza
we're
was
not great enough thinkers.
Spinoza. I don't know. He made a few cowardly moves in his writing to make sure he didn't get burned. I think he kind of complied a little bit. That's probably where you get this bullshit from, Kafai. And who cares what Spinoza and Einstein thought about religion? I mean, Einstein was a physicist. Spinoza, fucking old dude, is dead. You know, just fuck him. I'm
You heard it
reveling.
here first, folks. Fuck Einstein.
Yeah, I'm reveling in my 26,500th day on this planet.
That's 2 zeros.
Two
Two.
zeros, 26, comma
And you're
500.
only 500 days away from 3 zeros.
I know.
If you make it that far.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to. I haven't gone to the Mayo yet. I'm trying to set up my appointment, find out if I'm dying. You know, I might get news sometime this month that, oh, kidney cancer's back. You're kind of fucked. And that will change everything. You know? There are some moments in your life that just change everything, and that would change everything.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would like, fuck. I think what I would do is increase my dose.
By the way, I just want to encourage everybody out there to drink plenty of water with the summer heat and everything. You never know when, like, say the power grid will go down and you're sweating your ass off and you don't want to dehydrate. So drink that water, fill that bladder. Just don't hold it too long.
So a heroic dose of psilocybin is 5 grams or more. Terence McKenna popularized the term heroic dose. It is important to note, however, that the effects of psilocybin can be very unpredictable. Like Kafai was, Gur ate some fucking seeds. I forget what was in them. What kind of seeds did Gur eat, Kafai? What the hell was he eating? He ate some seeds and he ended up in this looping. Like looping is where you try to get your mind to start thinking about something so that you can basically fall asleep or get on with your day. And your mind keeps looping back to the same thing over and over again. You'll have that on extremely high doses of cannabis. I don't know. Don't ask me how I know that. But you'll end up looping and you won't be comfortable for about 6 fucking hours. Anyway. So Kafai, what did Gur take? What seeds? He took it. I think it was like considered an LSD derivative. And like I wrote Gur an email and I said, Gur, don't eat fucking random plants and expect to not have a really bad time. I mean, Jesus.
Just make sure you buy the huge mega rolls of toilet paper.
Yeah, it's like
before you take random seeds.
Me and my friend Mac, when we were about 16, 15, 16, we heard about nutmeg and it's supposed to get you high. So we ate like, I don't know, fucking half a pound of nutmeg each. And we were so fucking sick. I mean, we must have looked like fucking Kermit the Frog green, right? I mean, we were just throwing up and just horrified. No, it wasn't salvia. Though it may be, cherry seeds have a substance called amygdalin. Okay, it's cyanide. Yeah, we don't want that. No, some kind of seeds that had like what sounded like an LSD derivative in it. And Kafai might know because Gur was talking about it on a stream. And it's like, no, and then we tried they claim banana peels. You were supposed to bake banana peels and eat those. We ate those and we got sicker and fuck again.
Who said to eat banana peels?
Oh, it was a big thing back in the 60s, banana peels. Oh, and then the other one, Amanita muscaria, poisonous fucking mushrooms. You're supposed to eat like a little cube of them, a less than lethal dose, and it makes you high. And it's like, you know what else makes you high? You get a really good ball peen hammer and whack yourself on top of the head. That'll make you high too. So, oh, Stephanie told me? Where's Stephanie? When did... Was it morning glory seed? No, it was something else. It was some other kind of seed, Stephanie. Okay, she told me before. When did she tell me? Oh no, I don't see it, Stephanie. Where the hell did you tell me? I know morning glory seeds have a compound that's similar. I tried those too. Looks like no. He said some other kind of seed. I forget what it was. Okay, so let's see here. Agarria nervosa. Ooh. Oh, Hawaiian baby wood rose.
Aloha oi.
Oh, let's see. Okay. Here we go. Agarria nervosa, perennial climbing vine, native seeds, known for psychoactive effects. Okay, it's got LSA in it. Urgine. I think that's in psilocybin, isn't it? A derivative of that is. Urgine or LSA. Okay, what's happening, Scott?
Oh, I don't know. People are just randomly discussing things in side chat. Curly Howard said, "If at first you don't succeed, keep on sucking till you succeed." Okay, that's a deep quote.
Oh, that is a great fucking quote, Stephanie. That is wonderful. Oh, it must have been a little uncomfortable for Kafai when he asked Stephanie why she doesn't sign up for Johns Hopkins, and she basically went off on him. I, I was a fucking hippie, for fuck's sake. We invented this shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? We were doing this shit when you weren't even a zygote, man. I find myself going off on people on that sometimes. So, like, Jesus Christ. Most people today don't understand what happened in the 60s. I mean, you really should investigate what we were doing.
Well, number one, I was born.
It was something cool, yeah. Okay, not safe and can be illegal depending on jurisdiction. Increased heart rate, high blood pressure, nausea. Don't fucking eat that shit. Bad. Severe vasoconstriction, anxiety, and psychosis. No. I don't want to do that.
Psychosis, how nice.
Yeah. Oh, D-lysergic acid amide. So it is related to LSD. It's an ergoline alkaloid that occurs in various species of convolvulaceae. How similar is it? Okay, D-lysergic intoxicating effects of LA are somewhat. So let's see. Yeah, the thing is, it hits a different set of neurotransmitters, and it probably gets into your autonomic nervous system, and you don't want to be doing that shit. You'll be really fucking careful. That's why LSD and psilocybin do not have a lethal dose. It's because they don't hit the things that are going to keep your body alive. And now if you just start randomly taking alkaloids out in the woods, you're going to be dead in a week. Maybe a day, maybe sooner. I don't know. If you're not dead, you're going to wish the fuck you were. Anyway. Well, the only reason people took that shit, you know, the nutmeg, the banana peels, the Amanita muscaria, fucking all these other various seeds, is because they made the good shit illegal. The shit that was actually a little safer, they made it illegal. Char, I can't talk to you right now. I'm sorry.
What
Anyway.
the heck is that?
That was Char.
Oh,
I twisted.
That's your ringtone for Char.
Yeah. It fits her.
Okay.
It fits her.
Does
Yeah.
she know this about your phone?
She does.
And
So
what
I
was
was
the
on.
reaction?
So there was one time I tried Minneapolis Transit, and I was like, the environment was a little rapey. I don't know. It was kind of frightening, so I never tried it again. But anyway, my ringtone uh, went off, and it was a dog barking. And this guy in the seat behind me said, "Is that your ex-wife?" And I said, "Yeah, it is." You know, they had that
Wow.
dog barking ringtone. Anyway, he had the same one set for his ex-wife. I thought that was kind of funny. So, anyway, these little red berries look delicious. Nom nom. Yeah. Psychedelic fish. Ooh, I'm gonna go lick fish. Try putting that in your fish burger.
Lickfish. That
Anyway,
sounds like a great band name. Lickfish.
yeah, lick fish. Oh my God, that's a good band name. I like that. I'm gonna write that one down. Lick fish. I love good band names, like Not Random Ribbons. Somebody should have named their band that. Anyway, I don't know what else is happening, so I think we're ready to go. Texas mezcal beans contain
Cytosine.
cytosine, which is extremely poisonous, yet they grow everywhere in Texas. Oh, shit. Yeah, we got a lot of deadly nightshade here growing down in the river valley, and it's just an incredibly beautiful vining bush that just, like takes over other trees and bushes, and it's called deadly nightshade. You don't want to put that in your afternoon tea unless you're serving it. Anyway, that leads me to everybody should go watch the movie Soft and Quiet on Netflix. And it is not going to be a pleasant experience until maybe you watch the entire movie and then think about it for about 24 hours. What do you think, Scott? Do you think it's a pleasant experience, or
It is not.
it is not pleasant?
Yeah, it's not a pleasant movie. It kind of deceptively starts out making you think it might be,
Creeps up on you
yeah.
real insidiously. And
But I would like for everybody to go watch it on Netflix.
and
If you don't
comment.
have Netflix, borrow it from somebody, and just let us
Yeah,
know what you think about it next time we're streaming.
and you know my takeaway from that, what it taught me? Uh, I am I am left with a certainty that within a square block radius of me, there's at least one family living there that is like the families depicted in this movie, or at least one person that has that attitude, those ideas. And I think that says something really bad about us. I don't know. Actually, is that where it came from? But actually, I thought there was some kind of, so there's no psychoactive. Yeah, I can't remember. Mellow Yellow, yeah, came from the Donovan song. I heard a good, Season of the Witch. That was on some movie or some series we watched the other day, and me and you watched pretty much the same things. But they had Donovan's Season of the Witch at the end of it. I thought that was pretty good. What is Al Pacino's character in? Ooh, what does Al? Okay, let's try that one. What? I don't want to write all that in there. We're gonna ask ChatGPT one more question, then we're gonna shoot it in the head.
Season of the Witch. Which one would it be? Dark Winds? No, that's
Uh,
a TV. I think this is showing me TV series.
yeah, I'm not sure which one we watched.
Lana Del Rey.
Dinner scene whispers something in the ear of the woman named Christabella, played by Connie Nielsen, but the audience is not privy. The film doesn't provide a direct answer to this question, leaving it up to the viewer's interpretation. The whisper serves to intrigue the audience and highlight the seductive and manipulative character of John Milton. That's all we get. That's all we're going to get, Kafai. It don't know. ChatGPT don't know. Nobody knows. The director might know. The author might know.
The other guys.
The other guys.
I'm,
Anyway.
I'm going back to Season of the Witch.
God,
Colors, the River Song.
I just saw it on something I watched. I don't know. Lickfish and Not Random Ribbons. We should start a band, Scott.
Yeah. Or start two separate bands and then do a collab, like a concert tour.
Yeah. We could open for ourselves. Okay. Okay. I think I'm out of here.
Yeah. I don't really have much to contribute. So,
yeah, we didn't smoke the nutmeg, Jay. We ate like a fucking quarter pound of it. Don't ever do that.
quarter pound of nutmeg, that's gross.
Yep. Pretty bad. We had a bad time. We had a bad night.
I don't even like a pinch of nutmeg. Unless it's in a delicious food that somebody's preparing.
Yeah. Yeah, eggnog. We used to make eggnog. That's why we had nutmeg. Made our own eggnog. It's actually quite good. Okay. Shooting ahead.
Yeah, let's shoot her in the head. I just want to thank everybody for coming by and chatting and
ramble. Yeah. Bring us a ramble.
Oh, we dealt with haikus and things like that. So I think it was a highly cultured side chat today.
I think so. And everybody go watch that movie, Soft and Quiet.
Soft and Quiet.
And it's with an ampersand. Soft and Quiet, if you want. Just search for Soft on Netflix and watch that fucker. And you're going to hate us for recommending it for probably the first day, right?
1 hour and 35 minutes of it is really tough.
It is.
The last 2 minutes, including the credits, I think is okay.
Yeah. The credits were okay. The credits were easy to watch. Yeah. Anyway. Goodbye, cruel world.
Goodbye, everybody.